Today's trade of the day is WTI crude oil. I am long crude oil, and as you can see there, my stop loss is at break even. I am risk free on this trade, and this move is already up 100 plus pips in profit in the bag. And the reason why I'm trading WTI crude is because I spotted this classic supply and demand setup where I just had to jump in on this trade, because I know with high probability, when I trade like a smart trader and follow the smart money, stand a higher probability of collecting these easy pips. And in today's video, I'm going to show you specifically how you can trade WTI crude oil using supply and demand forex. So next time you see a setup like this, that you can jump in on this setup, catch the move, and actually profit from the setup like a smart trader.
Batman, Batman, Batman. Batman, Batman, Batman.
So when it comes to trading WTI crude oil using supply and demand forex, the first step that you need to do is you need to identify your most recent supply and demand levels, which are your high probability interest levels that the smart money are focusing on, and also high probability interest levels where there is a highly likely probability that the smart money stepped into the market at that point. So to identify your supply and demand levels, what you want to do is you want to go to the 4-hour time frame. And when you get to the 4-hour time frame, basically what you want to look for is you want to look for areas on the chart where price pushed up or pushed down with the support of high volume. Now specifically for this setup, which was from a demand level, what we then want to look for on the chart is we want to look for our areas on the 4-hour time frame where price actually pushed up. But not only did price push up, but price pushed up with the support of our FX volume, high volume. So for this specific setup over here, the demand level that we are going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at this level over here, where as you can see, price actually pushed up from this level. And not only did it push up from this level, it pushed up with high volume. So we know that this is a high probability level where the smart money stepped into the market. Now, when you're looking for a supply level, you will then look for a level or a potential level where price actually pushed down with the support of high volume. So in this case, we've got a potential supply level over here. You also have another potential supply level over here and another level over there. But we're not going to be focusing on the supply level for this video today. We're just going to be focusing specifically on the demand level, which is the level that actually set up this move. So we identify our most recent potential demand level. Then what we want to do is we want to then go to the 15-minute time frame where we can actually draw this level with accuracy. So we go to the 15-minute time frame where we identified this potential level from the 4-hour chart, and then now we want to get into drawing our demand level. So what we do is, again, we use our forex volume indicator, our FX volume indicator, to help us to identify the exact price levels where the banks actually stepped into the market at the zone. So here we have our high volume spike over here. Okay, we actually have another one next to it over there, so we pretty much have a potential demand zone over there. So we draw the level over there and another level over there, which is basically a demand zone that we have. And then if you look at earlier during the day, you can see another potential clue that the smart money have left for us, where price again pushed up with the support of our FX volume. So this over here is another demand level that we want to pay attention to. So now we know, after we draw these levels on the 15-minute time frame, these are levels that whenever price comes back down to these levels, that these are price levels where we want to start looking for buying opportunities. And we want to start looking for buying opportunities because we know that with high probability, the banks and the smart money would have successfully induced amateur retail dumb traders to be looking for selling opportunities and taking the opposite side of the trade. And I'm going to show you what I mean here. So we have our demand level, and as you can see there, price actually pushed up from this level. So price pushed up from that level, and then as you can see there, the momentum started to shift at some point. Okay, and we started to see price starting to move down there. So we're seeing a reversal in the momentum. So basically, if you are an amateur retail trader, you're looking at this move, or you've been looking at this move, you can see price has been moving down over there. So obviously, what do you think amateur retail traders are thinking? They are thinking to be selling because they see the trend is moving down. They want to be catching the move. Now, as a smart trader, when you see this happening, you see price has been moving down, and more specifically here, you see another push down over here where amateur retail traders are adding on to their selling position. They're continuing to sell, but you see this happening because you see a demand level over here. You see price pushing down to the demand level. You no longer want to be looking to sell. You actually want to start getting ready to buy. And this is very important to understand. Whenever you see price pushing down to a demand level, especially when it's actually coming down to touch the demand level, you want to stop thinking about selling. The only time you want to sell is you want to sell as early as possible and not at the end of the move. So when this happened over here, we know that with high probability, amateur retail traders are induced to be selling. The banks have manipulated the market, have manipulated the retail traders to think to sell. But as a smart trader, because we can see prices come down to test a demand level, we know that it's time to get ready to buy. And when I saw this price coming down to test the demand level, it was clear as day that it's time to jump in and look for buying opportunities. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. Price came down, tested the demand level, bounced off the demand level, and as you can see, the momentum has now shifted to the upside and it's now looking to buy. Now we're already in the market. Amateur retail traders are getting their stop loss hits over there, and it's another day, another dollar for the smart trader.
Aweh, Millionaire. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell.
Batman, Batman, Batman.